Debbie and Helene, storms that caused damage here in the Low Country. Just 2 of the 11 hurricanes in the 2024 season. Another big name this season was Milton, the strongest hurricane this year. It passed well south of us, but brought catastrophic damage to Florida just weeks after Helene. It was a Category 3 at landfall, but just before was a powerful Cat 5.
We had 2 Category 5 storms this year, and our analysis shows that because of human-caused climate change, if we hadn't had that climate change influence, both Beryl and Milton would actually have been a Category 4 instead.
Recent research by Guilford and others in this study shows that storms have been getting stronger since 2019. In fact, their data shows that on average, recent hurricane wind speeds at their peak before landfall were approximately 18 miles per hour faster because of climate change. That's roughly 1 category higher on the Saffir-Simpson scale. But how did they get to this conclusion? It's called attribution science. Basically, climate scientists simulate a weather event, one without any added warming, to compare to our current world. It's fairly new, but those at Climate Central have been studying this the past few years.
What that is really just trying to put a number on the extent to which human-caused climate change has influenced the temperatures we're experiencing around the world.
More than 90% of this extra heat is absorbed by the oceans, which then helps fuel these stronger hurricanes.
2 separate lines of evidence that both show that sea surface temperatures in the North Atlantic Ocean are something like 2, sometimes up to 4 degrees Fahrenheit warmer in our world than they would have been in a world without human-caused climate change.
The basic breakdown is this: human emissions equal warmer waters, which mean more intense hurricanes. And that's something that impacts us right here in the Low Country.
Attribution science is trying to connect the dots between what we experience in the real world and what we know the science is telling us, which is that human beings are responsible for changing the climate and affecting our weather on a day-to-day basis.
The big question is, will this trend continue?
The biggest uncertainty in what will happen in the future is how we increase or decrease our carbon emissions. And so it is up to us to all make the decision to reduce our emissions, to work together for a more equitable future, and to reduce the impacts of these storms going forward.
Out of the past 10 hurricane seasons, only one hasn't been above average. That was 2022. This year was, of course, above average with 18 named storms, 11 hurricanes, 5 of those major, which is a Category 3, 4, or 5. Sonya Stevens, News 4.